Hold up! This isn't some cheesy kid show. This is Kids in the Tank, an interview with our keynote speakers and a young perspective on business and life from high school juniors and seniors.
Welcome to Kids in the Tank. I'm Dia, and with me in the tank are Nayeli, Zach, and Carlos. Today we are honored to have Sarah Evans as our special guest. Sarah is a corporate etiquette, image, and protocol consultant. Sarah, you're officially in the hot seat.
That sounds really scary, but I'm ready, guys.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi.
So, where are you taking the call from right now?
From my kitchen while giving my children snacks to tide them over until we go get a late dinner, as is the case with, you hear she's got some marshmallows, and that's the case in entrepreneurial life. Some nights are really late and our family just makes it work. And my son made some appetizers for his sister.
Cool. So we saw your LinkedIn profile and you live in Las Vegas. What inspires you to move out there?
Las Vegas is actually a really great community, and people always say, wait, you live in Las Vegas, thinking like I live in the Cosmopolitan Hotel. I live in a beautiful community called Summerlin with great schools, great community, and it's more than what you would think of. In fact, it doesn't even feel like we live in Las Vegas. But the benefit of being here is that it's a really accessible place to live. People fly in and out of here once, twice, sometimes 3 times a year for conferences, events, vacations. So I can see a lot of industry professionals. And also, it's cost of living is great here. So I'm an advocate and an advocate for Las Vegas and love it here.
Can I have her?
All right. So, Sarah, you're known around the country as a leader in using social media. As a part of an integrated marketing and communications approach, can you tell us a story about what brought you to this career and who was like your biggest influence?
Well, I think one of the stories I usually tell for a question like this is that I was planning tea parties at 3 and 4 years old, as many children do. But I realized what I liked the most was bringing people together, to get them around a table, to get them talking and interacting. And the field of public relations isn't so different from that at its core. It's getting people together around a cause, an idea, an event, and getting them to talk and celebrate and want to say good things. So I feel like it was always inherent in me, and I love working with people. I mean, I love telling stories. I love creating content and doing so in a way that's strategic, that brands enjoy and want to keep using. Really reinforces me. And the thing that reinforces me the most is doing great work.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, Sarah, my name's Carlos. Now, I'm going to take you back in time for a little bit. So,
yes, let's go.
Now, we're going to go back to 2006. Now, you started your own PR blog. What was your inspiration behind creating your own blog, and that transitioned into your current business endeavors?
That is a great question, Carlos. So I created the blog because I wasn't able to do the work I wanted to do in my day job. The reason is because I was working nonprofit, and it makes sense at the time. I was young and excited, and I couldn't understand why I didn't want to jump on board with social media at the time. And I had all these ideas. I created an emerging technologies proposal, and it was kind of put on the back burner. And I thought, I have so much excitement and energy in me. I have to do something with it. So I started blogging. That blog, because it was new and innovative at the time, now I'd likely just laugh at it, started getting me referrals, people who wanted to work with me because they liked what I was saying and wanted me to execute on that. Well, it got to the point that work was starting to outpace my day job work. So I always say I worked myself out of a job into this career, and I'm really glad that I did.
That's awesome.
So one of your projects currently is with Forbes on its Forbes 8 streaming app. Can you tell us a little bit more about that project and what role you play in it?
Sure. So I am actually working with the amazing Zen Media team. If you haven't had a chance to check them out, they are brilliant, led by Shama Hyder. I'm really thankful they've allowed me to partner with them and be part of the Forbes 8 experience. So I actually get to help do the PR for the app itself. And that means working with talent that they've already secured in the app, because it's a streaming platform designed for entrepreneurs. Think Netflix for entrepreneurs, and start to tell the story on a more global scale, because they want to reach entrepreneurs around the world. And it's got an amazing name backing it, but now we have to make sure that the right people know, other media, influencers, celebrities, entrepreneurs, venture capitalists, and the list goes on. So coming up with really fun and authentic ideas to reach people who would want to talk about it and use it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hi, Sarah. I'm Nayeli, and I have a question for you. So on your
Hi.
website, sarahsfaves.com, you market your digital correspondent abilities in some of the events you've hosted. And of these events, which one was your most notable and your favorite to be a part of?
Oh, that's a great question too. A favorite one would have to be several years ago during South by Southwest. I got to work with PayPal and produce. It was 3 days of content where we had interviews back to back on a stage, and we had celebrities coming in and influencers across a wide variety of area. We got to fully film, produce, and share that. And it is fun because I shared with your cohort earlier, I was originally a musical theater major, and it's one way that I still kind of get to use some of those capabilities in public speaking to reinforce brand messages. I get to serve as a third-party representative of a brand and be real about them and offer another voice that isn't internal, which is really fun. So that's one example. But I mean, to this day, I feel like every time I get to do a correspondent role, it's super fun. I've been working with MGM the past 3 years for their women's leadership conference, and I've had that usually ends up being the most inspiring. I always laugh. I'm like, I get paid to do this, and I should be paying them.
Thank you.
All right. So a question I have is, so of all of the places you've gone and people you've met, like who's like the coolest person you've ever met?
Oh, the coolest person. It might be a tie between Dwayne Wade and Drew Barrymore.
Wow.
The
Wow.
coolest. I got to interview both of them, and it was really cool. When I met Drew, I was working with Walmart, and she was in the same building I was, and we were like, let's do a live stream. And she was like, I've never done a live stream. So I got to do her first live stream interview, and we really connected. And the next day I saw her at another event, and she was like, hi, Sarah. And that really stuck with me, because I'm like, oh, she remembered my name. It was really special, and I kind of geeked out a little.
Yeah, I love Dwayne Wade. So
Me too.
Hey, Sarah, it's Carlos again. So I want to take you back in time, but hopefully not that far behind. So if you had one piece of evidence for high school students wanting to pursue a career in entrepreneurship, what would that advice be?
I think it's to believe in yourself. It's really hard, especially if you don't come from an entrepreneurial family. Especially if you don't come from an entrepreneurial family, to have the backing and guidance to help you. So number one, believing in yourself and surrounding yourself with a circle of people who have all the experience you don't yet have. When I was growing up, my parents said, get a good job with great benefits, a retirement package, and guaranteed paycheck. When in reality, what I've gone into is none of the above. Yes, you want the AirPod? There you go.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
So Sarah, having accomplished the level of success that you have, and like accomplishing so much in just like the amount of time that you have, what's next for you in the Sarah Evans brand?
So I feel like I should have some profound answer for that, but I don't. I did take time off with each of my children. So I felt like every time I started to reach a really big growth place, I took a break to have one of my children, and now I'm starting up for. Yes, what would you like to do? Okay. I feel like yes. Okay, you hold it for 1 second. They're gonna finish their question, and I feel like I'm starting to hit a stride and a momentum now that will help me see the next 5 years through. And I'm kind of working in 5-year increments right now. I would love for things like establishing a family legacy with my company, where if my children are interested, they could come and work with me. One of the goals over the past year was to become a master collaborator, meaning I didn't want to have direct employees, but contract out different teams for every client so that I could have the best performing people with me on every contract. And so I want to continue to do that. I also want to continue to build up others in the industry who are underrepresented and who don't often have a voice. But I think the thing is that when people hear my name, they know what it is I do. That would be the ultimate legacy for me, and to just keep putting out great work.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty, Sarah. So thank you for answering all those wonderful questions. We will now be moving into our next segment, Flip It, where you will be asking us the questions. So have fun.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You can ask us anything you want. Literally, like, it could be personal. How
Okay. Oh, so I can just start asking.
Yeah.
I was like waiting for some
Just
speed of
like,
moment.
boom,
Okay.
boom, boom.
So, if you could invent any career title, like something that doesn't exist, for what you could do when you're out of high school, what would it be? It doesn't have to be an exact title, but think about something that maybe doesn't exist right now that you would love to see exist.
That's a tough one.
Okay. I see how it's gonna be.
Anybody got one? Because
All right. Well, for me personally, I like designing things, I guess. So like, I want like a career that like people come to me and they tell me what they want, and like I come up with ideas, and this goes for like everything. So like, I don't know. I think that would be cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, right now I'm really into like diesel mechanics, but I know that's not gonna last for like the next 50 years. So it's probably gonna transition into like electric. I don't know. It could be like electric semi truck. So it would be cool to have a job title as electric semi truck technician. That would be a cool title to be.
Oh, I like it. You got to get in with
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Exactly.
I have no idea.
Come on, guys.
I don't know what I ate for lunch today. I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe you create the app that helps you remember what you ate for lunch.
Oh, that's something good.
You got one?
So,
Yeah.
next
Yeah, next
All right.
question.
next question. All right, if you could. Oh, I know. This was one of my best interview questions when I first started my career, and we'd interview people for our team. If you were anything inside of a refrigerator, what would you be and why?
Okay.
Oh, I got one. Ready? All right. I would be the ketchup bottle
Oh.
because I'm cold when they take me out, but then I get put on something hot.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I mean, I'm nice and cozy.
I don't know. I think I'll be like that really good piece of chocolate cake. Cause I don't know, like once you get to know me, I'm like quiet. I'll be like in the refrigerator, just chilling, and then like once you eat me, you're like, oh cool, like that was good. I don't know.
That's great. I love it.
All right.
You sit there waiting, and it's a great surprise.
Yeah.
I think I'd be like the jelly because, you know, in basketball, I'd be like jelly, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I don't have one for this one either.
No?
Nothing?
Favorite food? No.
Frozen pizza?
Yeah, I guess frozen pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dope.
Get reheated.
Yeah.
Eating up.
So it's the backup.
Okay, you
Go
can
to.
ask us a different question now.
Yeah.
All right. My next question is, who is someone who has a job where you see them and you're like, that is the coolest job ever. I wish I had that.
Anybody want to go first? Well, I mean, I have always looked up to my dad, and he has the job that literally, like, it's such a cool job that I want to do when I grow up, and I always want. And of course, you know, because I always like look up to him, so especially because, he's done everything that's like amazing. He just came into this country without knowing English, and then made a company. And so, like, I mean, there's really nothing else to say about him. I mean, that's the job I want, to be as confident as he was coming in here, and nothing letting him break down.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's really sweet.
I know. Thank you.
All right, so for me, like, I'm really into like marine biology, and that's kind of what I want to do. But like, I've tried the scuba diving thing, and I blew my eardrum twice while doing it. So yeah, like blood came out of my ear and stuff.
Is that what happens?
Yeah, well, one of the times. But so yeah, that's like a problem for it. So it's gonna be hard for me to like push myself to do it. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Basically, like any like entrepreneurship job, like I just think it's like amazing that people can like literally start from nothing and make like billion-dollar companies. Like anything that you can take from nothing and make into something, I just think that's really like amazing and something that's super like inspirational. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to agree with what you decided. Like my mom, that she's like a perfect role model for me. So I want to be like her. Like she took care of 2 kids. She lived in Chicago. She got out. Like, and we're doing amazing now. So I want to be that in the future. Look up to her. Yeah.
Go mom, go mom.
Yeah, working moms. Yeah.
Next question. If you could only follow one person online for the next year, who would it be?
Like an influencer or like anyone?
Any person.
Tough.
It's really tough. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta think.
Stumping you all. Look at that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe this will narrow it down. Would you, if you could only follow one type of person, would you pick an influencer, a celebrity, a political figure, a business titan? Who, like, what genre of person would you follow if you could only follow one? Or a news outlet?
All right, I think I got one. Well, he's kind of like, he's an athlete and like a influencer, I would say, because like he influences me, I guess. So like Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's an influencer because like he's just a great guy. He's funny. He plays a lot of jokes on people during like his press conferences and all that. Mm-hmm. And he's just an all around great guy.
For me, I don't know. I kind of like following like Spanish celebrities because like especially like any like because they come out of countries without anything. Like those countries like don't have anything and like it's really rough. But then they somehow make it on top, and then that's cool, and they're always positive, and then they end up starting a company, and then and then it's cool when like you go back to your heritage and like it's like, oh, you can relate to them and like they did it, why can't I?
Going off of what Carla said, I would follow someone that like started from nothing and like went to something, because I think inspiration is like super important, and anything that's like motivating, it just like makes you feel like more positive and like have a better outlook.
I don't know about you guys, but I go on social media for like entertainment. So I want to see all the drama. I want to see everything so I would probably pick Kim Kardashian because there's always something going on with that family. So yeah.
All right, one more question.
Let me think. Oh gosh, you guys are forcing me to really think. In 5 years.
Oh man.
What? No, we're gonna stop. I heard groans.
No,
that's out.
You can continue.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's fine.
If in 5 years, if you could be living anywhere in the world, where would it be?
It's a good one.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. If I could be living anywhere, I'd probably pick somewhere in Europe. Like, I've visited and like traveled there often, so like I just think it's like super nice, and the like culture they have over there is kind of different from ours, and everything just over there is just like a brand new feeling, and like I just feel like that's like the best place to like go to relax and like do anything you really want to.
For me, I want to go to the heart of our country and go to Texas. Now, see, want to go to Texas because, you know, you got open fields. You don't have anything to worry about. I thought I was a city guy, but that's not gonna happen. So I like cows, and I'm just saying like they're nice, like, yeah, cows. But but like, I don't know. It's open land. It's calm, and it's like, you know, they're fun people to be around because, you know, Southerners are like nice people. Well, up here is a little bit different, but yeah, it's. I mean, I would love Texas.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a country guy too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the music and all that stuff. But like, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be like, if I could choose anywhere, it'd be like have to be with family, because like that's an important thing, and I love my family, you know. So can't really move away from it.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I would honestly stay where I am now. I live in a house that's like paradise, but it's also like my home, and it's like perfect too. So, yeah, I would stay there.
Well, I think those are great answers, and you guys are already a million steps ahead of where I was as a student to already have experience doing podcasts and interviewing people. I just didn't have that, so you're already set up for success.
Sarah, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate your insight.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Zuzu, say bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm good. Take it out.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So welcome back to Kids in the Tank. We are now entering our third and final segment, the round table. All right. We will be talking about today's hot topics. So yeah, should be good.
All right. Well, I mean, if I get the pleasure to bring up the new Fortnite map. I mean, no, to be honest, I haven't played Fortnite in like a while, but I saw their new map and it's pretty trash. I mean, I don't like it.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying because like you get to swim now, and it's the weirdest thing ever. But yeah, no, I don't like Fortnite. It's been a long time and I still don't like it.
Yeah, like I never really played Fortnite because like I just didn't like it to start off with. I don't know. It's just like something about it. Like,
Yeah.
It's like it turns me a little way. You know?
I swear. Yeah. And then people waste money to buy the costumes, and like I've seen, like I have friends who've like wasted like $100 on the costumes, and you don't get no benefit.
Right.
And
It's like just a fake costume.
yeah, it's just a fake. And then there's I mean the dances are nice, but I'm just saying like.
It's not worth $100.
Nah, it's not worth. It's not worth any penny. That's why I never put any money in that game. But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying I don't like the new one.
Right.
Yeah.
So NBA season started, right, guys?
Mhm.
All right, you guys watch NBA?
I don't like
No?
basketball.
We can well. We're gonna beat.
No.
All right, so the Raptors beat the Pelicans. All right, you know,
Yeah.
Lonzo kind of bricked. You know.
Yeah, whatever that means.
Yikes. He's like a flashy passer, but you know.
Yeah.
They
agree.
couldn't pull it together to
Right.
win. Yeah. And then the Clippers beat the Lakers. Poor LeBron.
There's a team called the Clippers.
LA Clippers. You know. See how that team is?
It's like their mascot's like a toenail clipper.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Yeah, and then tonight's game, I'm just looking forward to them, seeing how those play out.
Who's playing?
Trying to think. There's a lot.
Oh.
I know the Jazz are playing, but I forgot who. Yeah, Utah.
Yeah,
Utah.
aren't they from like? Oh yeah,
Yeah, Utah. Yeah.
I played NBA 2K one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Like,
good.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Bro, did you guys hear about that? They found the bodies in Essex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
That's
crazy.
insane. Do you know how much it was?
39.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
I mean,
Do you guys watch the news?
No,
yeah, yeah.
I mean, I sort of.
not one.
Kind of.
Yeah, I get it mostly from Facebook, or like Snapchat, or like places like that.
I only watch the news to like make sure I have school the next day, like during a snowstorm.
Oh, that's a
like
good
the only time I watch
That's a
it.
good. No,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, how do you think they got there? There's probably got to be like some. What? How do you like say
Members?
gangs in like
Squad.
in the
Yeah.
UK?
UK, gangs in, I don't know.
Like
Um,
they gotta be called something. Like tea parties.
Boston Tea Party.
Oh, no. Well, I mean, there. I mean, I don't know how they got there. It's probably like some. Are they even called gangs? They're like, I don't know. They probably are.
Cartel.
That's a little bit down south. Yeah. No, but that's like, 39. How did you get that? They probably stacked them.
Yeah.
They like after like a couple of months, like, oh, this movie was contained. It's crazy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. Anything else?
Yes.
Can we please talk
Oh, yeah. That video.
about? You guys
I
not
don't
know about that?
I don't know Kanye. He's a
Rise
big
and
guy.
Shine.
Kanye's cool.
I don't know about that.
What
The Rise
happened?
and Shine thing.
What is that?
What is it?
She was like doing. What was the interview that she was doing? Was it like a Forbes thing or was it just?
I know she was doing some interview, and she's
She's
like,
doing an
"Let's go
interview,
wake up
and like her
slowly."
daughter was like sleeping in the room, and then she goes in the room, and then she flips on the lights, and she's like, "She's not seen that."
No.
Oh my god, it's
Sounds kinda-
hilarious. She
kinda
blew
dope.
up.
Where was Kanye at this time?
Kanye.
Yeah, that's all, I mean that's all I know.
Kylie.
Travis Scott. They're like,
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
Travis Scott.
Oh my god.
I know everything
forgot.
about them. This
No,
is
yeah,
bad.
never mind.
Yeah,
Didn't they
you
break
only
up?
followed Kim Kardashian.
I don't know. I
broke
thought
up.
they
I thought
broke
you
up.
knew.
I think I do. I thought they broke up, and then now they're like supposed to be back together. Controversial.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis Scott.
Yeah.
So that was that like
That's it.
just a meme?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's Raj, and now everybody thinks she has talents, and like they're making mixtapes about it now.
Oh, that she could sing? Kylie.
Sort of.
Imagine that. Kylie
Imagine
singing
being
Miley.
famous
Kylie
and being
Jenner,
able to
like
sing.
mixtape Kylie Jenner, and everybody just, oh my
It's
god.
gonna be the picture of her face with the sun.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I was like, oh no. We need like older.
No,
scenes.
that needs to be the
Face
picture.
with the sun, and then you got Travis Scott highest in the room. You know, you got Kylie's
Oh,
face.
isn't her baby named like Stormy?
Stormy, yeah.
So you had like clouds there, like.
Oh my
That's
god.
kind of.
Illuminati
You just made this up
confirmed.
for
I
that.
just made her album cover.
She doesn't
oh my
even need to
gosh.
put in the work.
Yeah, right.
That's kind of weird though.
Yeah.
And
it
then
is.
you got the Kanyes naming their kid North. Well, that was a long time ago, but I'm just saying like North.
Aren't
Northwest.
they all
West.
Yeah.
directions?
Oh my god.
Actually,
They're like
they were thinking of not even giving her a last name.
Oh,
Like just North.
People are
that's
weird.
what I heard.
Kardashian. North.
Just North.
What happened to
It's up north.
tradition? You know, tradition. What
Yeah.
happened to it? Like
exactly. Northwest.
now people don't have last names.
Yeah, right?
That's crazy.
That's insane.
No, I didn't even know you could change your last name, but you
Right?
can. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
North Pole.
Right.
Wait,
Wait, what'd you say?
North Pole.
North Pole.
North Pole.
What's your name? You'd be like in class, like sitting down, like taking
North Pole.
attendance. Pole, North Pole. Oh no, that's insane.
People are gonna think he's a stripper or something.
Hi, my name's
Right.
North Pole. You can't even say that with a straight face.
Yeah,
Oh man, that's so.
right?
That's crazy. North Pole.
North Pole.
The stripper name. That's crazy. That's
Just thinking about it.
no. That's hilarious. Yeah. How about You guys ready for that new Fast and Furious movie? I've been waiting for the new movie to come out.
Why isn't
Like-
there like 9 already?
Yeah.
Is the 9 one coming out or like
Oh my god.
is it 8?
I don't know.
I
lost track
I
at this
like
point.
them. I like them. It's always fun.
You
And then
do?
Cardi B's gonna be on it.
Yeah,
Okay, I
I
might
heard
watch
about
that.
that.
Sorry.
I feel like they kind of got like worse, or like from like it started off in the beginning as like kind of realistic, and then it faded out
I
to
watched
like
like 1 out of like 20.
yeah.
There's so many. So I can't
think-
keep count.
Yeah, no, I lost them when they were jumping off
Buildings.
airplane with cars.
Cars.
That and
Nice.
yeah, that
That's
was
Pretty much
crazy.
like every scene.
Pretty
They're just
much.
jumping out of
They're just
somewhere.
jumping out of something, or something's happening. Something's
Something's
blowing
Like
up.
going through
Yeah.
glass into like another building. and stuff.
Exactly.
Another
Oh,
car doing
You seen that?
something.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember that. I
So,
remember that. No, but like
Crazy.
Cardi B's gonna be like on the.
She's not gonna be in the movie. She's gonna be like the sound effects.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just
when they're
straight sound
drifting and then you hear
effects.
Cardi's. Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
It's funny.
I would rather see that, to be honest. I don't
Only for that.
No, yeah, and then, her like, does she have a son or a daughter? Daughter. Her
Yeah.
daughter makes a promo in the movie. It's like, oh my god, we got Jesus baby,
Oh.
and then they try to save the baby and stuff. I don't even know where it left off. I think
Babies?
what's up, babies?
No, where's the baby's? What's the baby's name?
I don't know.
No,
the name.
I don't know.
remember.
I was just thinking about it. I was like, oh, what's the baby's name?
It's probably something complicated.
Yeah. Oh my
Probably
gosh.
it is.
Which it always is, you know, when it comes to famous kids. You know?
They gotta
Oh my gosh.
they gotta make them unique. No, yeah, but like, what would they put her in? How where would they put Cardi B in? I mean, I know they put it before they put there was this Mexican or not Mexican. It was a Dominican singer in one of the movies, but he was like the owner of this mansion.
Oh, I
Yeah, you remember it was like in the 7th one. So they're probably
feel like I know what you're talking about, but like I don't want to go on a limb.
and
like
then
that.
Ronda Rousey, they put her in when she was fighting the other girl. And I mean, Cardi B, what would she do?
Right.
Just like standing there, like.
She pulls out something and starts beating their car up because they parked in the wrong
Oh my
spot.
god, yeah, for real.
Yeah. I mean, or they jump through apartment's
Right.
probably big. You know, be one of those big stars. Oh yeah, but I'm ready. I love watching those movies. The last one, I didn't watch the 1 through 4, but that was the rest I watched.
Why'd you skip those ones?
I don't know. I think that
Those
was
are like
just
the good ones,
they really.
like where it starts and like. Get all into
Yeah,
the
but then they
story.
look all young and then they look kind of
Look all
weird.
young.
They look
Yeah.
weird young.
Yeah. I don't know. You know Vin Diesel with hair? Imagine that.
Wait, so, wait, Paul Walker,
What about him?
didn't he die, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he died.
yeah.
Yeah.
So is his brother going to be in the new movie, or I don't even know.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
didn't
didn't they
say
talk
that?
about that?
Yeah,
I don't know, to be honest, man.
yeah.
Me either.
I don't think.
I don't even know how they got him. I don't even know how they got him in the movie. Like after he
Before?
died,
Yeah,
he hit that tree hard.
that was sad.
He hit that tree really hard. No, yeah, I mean,
It's a beast.
he wasn't even driving. That's crazy. This happened
I
like,
don't even know. I mean, I heard that he died, but I don't know what happened.
oh, it was one of his friends was driving his Porsche and then he like crashed into the middle and then I think his friend survived and then he died. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it was that. You know.
Tough burden.
Oh my god, I cried at the end of the last movie. The one where like, they started splitting roads and it's like.
So yeah.
Oh my god, it was like, but yeah, I'm ready for that. I mean, any other movies like, I like watching movies a lot. So yeah, you know, anything you guys wanna else talk about?
Football season? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my, I just got out of football season, bro.
Yeah.
That was horrible. Oh my god, I ended up getting a mild concussion out of that.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
I-
that's
I-
not good.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Are
the
you
sport's
okay?
nice. No, yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay.
If I'm like still standing, I think I'm okay.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Next thing you know, he's passed out.
Just like fish.
Not
Yeah.
a concussion.
No, the concussion. No, but well, are you talking about NFL?
Yeah, NFL. Like, I don't know.
I don't even keep track, bro. I'm a football player and I don't even keep track of that.
Yeah, well, Packers, you know, they're going up, you know.
Oh yeah,
I
who
don't even want to.
What?
you don't like them?
Packers, I
Who do
know.
you like the Bears?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
me
my
too.
God.
Me too.
Don't even.
Me too. It's
She's
because I'm
from
from.
Chicago.
I was born in Chicago.
She's from Chicago.
I was
Dude, it's kind of
That's my
sad though
team.
because Devontae's injured, so he's like our main wide
No,
receiver.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Whoever he is, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. He probably-
But hopefully he comes back soon. You
Let him
know.
have his moment.
Yeah.
Jake Kumro's holding us down. We got I forgot even. But our defense, that's pretty solid. So I think it's better than the Bears, if you say.
You know.
Can't
it doesn't
really
matter.
argue.
I'm a strong fan, and I'll keep my stand on the
I can't argue with that because I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Khalil
mean,
Mack be the
I
only
know
one
what the
doing
game.
anything.
I just don't know like what's happening. Like I know. Okay, I'm gonna look like I don't know what I'm doing. I know what the game is. It's just
Yeah.
the standings. I don't know what's going on right
What
now.
do you mean by standings?
What?
What do you mean by standings?
Like I don't know
Who's
who's
in-
winning.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you
Me
meant
either.
I think. I think the last game I saw was the Packers and the Lions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was it. I don't remember after that.
And then they played the Raiders, you know, like smoked them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet they did.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers threw a perfect game. He's the first person in Packers history to ever do that.
What is
so
that? What does that mean?
That means he never had an incomplete
that mean?
pass.
What?
He didn't have an incomplete pass the
Oh,
whole
really?
game. Yeah.
Really? Oh, he's
Yeah.
got that arm. I bet.
Yeah.
He rarely.
He was throwing it deep too. So.
But I've seen that he doesn't even wear that much protection. Is that like?
No, yeah, he doesn't care.
Oh, he doesn't care. He's on one of those fashion
He's like,
guys.
I'm almost
Yeah.
done.
How old is he?
He has
Is
like one of the oldest helmets. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, not one of those line ones. The one
No,
with the little
no.
bar. Looks like
kind
This is like a one bar.
He's
Yeah,
like,
it's-
I ain't scared of you. Bro.
it looks like you're at the dentist. Well, wait, yeah. How old is he?
Yeah,
Oh.
I was gonna. He's
I don't
like
know.
in his 30s though, right?
It's not, probably. I don't know. Like,
Two, maybe. 33.
um,
I really don't like
because he's like the best QB, you know.
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean like I still remember.
Good. I respect that. But
I remember in 12, we like made it a holiday at my elementary school because Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I don't. He's probably
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He was probably like what, like.
Him and Brett Favre, you know.
Who?
Brett Favre. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, he's cool.
we need a new QB. That's all I'm
Trubisky.
gonna say. I mean, now we
Trubisky.
got a new kicker. He's great. But now
she
our
knows
quarterback sucks.
I don't know. I didn't know that, bro. I didn't know that.
It's like Pinheiro.
Thank you guys for listening to Kids in the Tank. Make sure to tune in next week for our next guest. BizTank is going on a field trip, so we're taking the show on the road. And hoping to record from Palmer Hamilton's Fab Lab. Yeah. Yes. So that's in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, if you guys want to know. So stay tuned.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Kids in the Tank out.
BizTank isn't possible without your help. For more information on BizTank and how you can help, interact with us on our social media or visit our website at gsbiztank.org.